I go through a lot of saw blades in my shop. This happens to be a 12-inch and then a 10-inch. They're not cheap, and I'd actually like to buy some better ones. But in order to make that cost effective for me, I need to be able to sharpen them. So I reached out to Vevor, and they sent me this circular saw sharpener. So let's get this thing opened up and test it out. Hardware and tools for assembly. Instructions. More hardware for assembly. Coolant reservoir. A sharpener itself, which is significantly heavier than I anticipated. The blade holder and guide. Initial impression, the weight of it is very heavy duty, cast iron construction for most things. Got a couple dovetails here for the slides. For the price point, it's definitely not bad, and for how I intend to use it, it's definitely not bad. Step one for assembly, we're gonna tip it up on end, and we're gonna thread in these little adjustment feet, which would allow you to adjust the base if you needed to. I'm gonna hold it down, we'll adjust where necessary. Well, we got the feet installed. We're gonna install the adjustment arms. So these guys here, the ends just screw off. First one goes through this. Second one goes around the back. With those in place, we can go ahead and install the slide table or the blade holding table. It does come with all of the tools necessary. We can put the guide wheel on the back, which has a corresponding hole. That's your lead screw in order for your in and out adjustment. With that in place, we will get the bracket for the water tank installed. The water supply line goes down through this little hole, which looks to me like we'll have to trim, but we'll get it in place first and see what we think. Okay. Well, with that taken care of, we can go ahead and throw a blade on here. So this comes with all the adapters to sharpen a lot of different size blades. So we remove the washer, and you'll see there's cosmoline on here. And then all of these adapters, these are all different ring adapters for different size blades. Let me show you what I mean. So this blade, which I've already cleaned with blade cleaner, and you can see the blade cleaner where it takes the paint off, has a small arbor hole, which in this case will take this small bushing. It's right down inside of there. So this would fit on that pin, put the clamp on there, clamp it down. With a 12-inch blade, the arbor hole is significantly larger. So instead of using the small one, we would use this next one. Actually, it looks like it'll be this one. Yeah. Now that everything's assembled, we need to go ahead and get the adjustments set up so that we can actually sharpen a blade. I'm going to go ahead and start with this 12-inch miter saw blade. Came off my chop saw. Step one is getting the slide, so the manual forward and backward action set to the correct depth so that you don't advance the saw blade into the cutting blade or the diamond wheel and hit one of the bottom of the gullets of the blade. So we're going to loosen this side screw up on this side, which allows us to use this crank handle. We'll get her back here a little ways so we can get the blade on. And we'll get the blade on here. Once the blade's down, we're going to slide the saw blade as far forward as it will go. So there. And you'll see it's quite a ways from the blade. So we will advance the blade now, keeping pressure, slight pressure on the forward slide so it can't go beyond where it belongs. And you'll see the diamond wheel is advancing into the gullet. I'm going to stop about, I don't know, a 16th to an 1/8 inch short. And then we'll lock the stop wheel on this side. So now our forward and backwards movement is set. Once we've done that, we need to go ahead and make sure that the forward and backwards is perpendicular to the saw blade as much as possible. We're gonna have to tweak it slightly for the angle of the blade, for the angle of the teeth. So we loosen up this set screw on the side. And we're looking down, I'm looking at this side of this screw in alignment with that guidepost up there to make sure that we look about correct right there. And then we're gonna snug that up. Check to make sure. And as we advance, we're looking pretty good. Next, we need to set this stop. You can see how it's just loose here. The tool comes with a couple of Allen wrenches, this one specifically. I cut this down because it doesn't clear between the top of the guide plate or the slide plate and the bottom, so you cut it down so you can get it up inside of here so you can actually tighten up this screw. We're going to set the blade on here, slide her forward, and we're going to rotate that blade stop. So I want the tooth to hit the side of the cutting wheel and then the blade stop to be in front of the opposing, well, several teeth away. It doesn't matter how far away, whichever one it lines up with. Hold the blade up against the diamond so there's slight pressure. Lightly pull back on that and then snug up the set screw underneath. Okay, that will prevent you from inadvertently swinging the tooth too deep into the cutting wheel. It also helps with how much material is removed from each carbide tooth. We've gone ahead and set the forward and back, the side to side, the angle, and the stop. Gonna bring that forward. I like to use a small flashlight to look and make sure that the tooth is perfectly flat up against the side of the cutting wheel. And in this case, we're not quite there. So I'm going to loosen the side swing stop, and we're going to ever so slightly bump the back of the blade. So you saw it just shift over there a little bit. So that's really good right there. So now I'm going to snug that wheel back up. Go ahead and put the blade lock plate on along with the blade lock. You are doing this manually, so one tooth at a time. So in order to advance to the next tooth, this has to be slightly loose. So you're going to loosen this slightly forward, come in, touch off, come back, forward, in, touch off, so on and so forth, all the way through all of the teeth. Now she's running. Now I know which one I started at. Perfect. So we now have got a full grind mark. Perfectly ground right to the tip, and they are like razor blades. Just that fast. So this is a 96 tooth blade. Didn't take very long at all. We'll get it out of here. So that's the blade after sharpening. You can see, there they are. These are crazy sharp. Crazy sharp. So on a blade like this, which you might normally throw away after it's dull, you can touch it up on here 2 or 3 times, save yourself a significant amount of money. Right to the point, I think it's worth it. Currently on Amazon at the time of the posting of this video, this is about $160. I called around and got an estimate for a couple different saw blades for what it would cost to sharpen them. So a 24 tooth is about $14, a 36 tooth is about $16, a 60 tooth is about $20, and an 80 tooth is about $24. If you have more teeth than that, obviously the price goes up. It's per tooth. I don't want to imply that this replaces a professional sharpener and or company. This touches up the blade to make it almost as good as new, if not as good as new, because some blades actually don't come very sharp. And it makes the longevity of your blades go significantly farther. You can get 2 to 3 sharpenings on average per blade, and the blades you saw me sharpening are from a local big box store. They're not high-end blades, but they're decent. They're decent quality. And being able to touch them up on here saves me having to buy 2 or 3 different blades, and it between $40 to $80 per blade, depending on what you're buying. That adds up quickly. So this, all in and of itself, after about 6 to 8 sharpenings, will pay for itself 2 or 3 times over. The pros about this specific model, it does have the water feed, keeps the blade cool. This works okay. It is better than not having it, though several other models I did look at did not have this. The biggest plus about this machine is the capacity. So it takes like a 4-inch blade all the way up to like a 24-inch blade. So this slide capacity with the crank handle here, huge capacity of blades. It's going to fit almost everything you have in your shop. It has multiple bushings, and if you are a person that is looking into sharpening your own circular saw blades versus just buying them or sending them off, you probably have the ability to make your own bushings, taking a nut and then smoothing it out in some certain circumstances, or having a buddy or somebody, if you don't do metalworking, get you a large round washer and then thread it yourself. Also a couple different options to get you even more unique blades. These bushings fit the kind of standard sizes that are out there. Couple of the negatives. One, it's kind of bulky. That's not a huge deal if you have space in your shop, although I would tell you that most people struggle for space in their shop because they just keep getting tools. The other negative is the finickiness of getting the blade in the correct position in order to sharpen it properly. This mechanism with the slide and everything is very frustrating the first 2 or 3 blades you put on it, getting that perfect grind on each tooth. And the frustration level goes up depending on the complexity of the bevels of the blade. So if it's a standard straight bevel on every single tooth, not terrible. If it's multiple, then you have to do multiple setups. But that being said, once you get confident in what you're doing, the setup and the sharpening of a blade takes 5 minutes. So in a pinch on a weekend where you don't have a blade or you don't want to take a time to swap, go down to the store and get a new one, this would save you an immense amount of time and headache and hassle. So there's pros in what this can do for you, even though it is a little bit finicky getting the blade alignment properly set up each time. So overall, definitely well worth it. Check out the link in the description. I will have it posted down there. Go check this out on Amazon. About $160 at the time of the posting of this video. Definitely worth it. To be honest, this would be worth it even if it's significantly more expensive. Hope you guys got something out of this. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, thanks for watching.